kept her picture by the window where the sunlight used to fall. Said he liked the way the morning made her shadow on the wall. He never moved her old blue dress, still hanging by the door. He said he'd take it down tomorrow, like he'd said 10 years before. He still loved her every day, like he did when she walked away. Time kept turning, but his heart just stayed right where she left him that spring. He still loved her every day. Neighbor said he lost his reason, talking to her empty chair. On Sundays he would dress up nicely, like he thought that she'd be there. He swore he heard her laughing in the silence of the hall. Said she'd come back any minute if he just believed enough. He still loved her every day, through the nights and through the gray. Years rolled by, but nothing changed. He held on to everything. He still loved her every day. They found him there one winter morning, suit and tie laid on the bed, with her letter in his shaking hands and her name the last he said. He stopped loving her today when they carried him away. Now the years can't make him wait, and the pain has slipped away. He stopped loving her today. There's a ring inside his pocket, on a chain he always wears. Says he keeps it close to heart, like she is still right there. Never gave it to another, never let nobody see. Said it only ever belonged to the girl who used to be. He never let that promise fade, though the years just slipped away. Said a love like that don't die, it just waits beyond the pain. He never let that promise fade. People tried to tell him gently she had long since moved along, built a life with someone else in a town not far from home. But he smiled and kept on hoping, like he knew something they don't. Said some bonds are never broken, even if the world says so. He never let that promise fade, held it closer every day. Time kept calling him to move, but his heart refused to change. He never let that promise fade. They found him there help them finally understand. She had died so many years ago, never wore that ring he chose. All this time he held on to a love that never knew. He never let that promise fade. He never let that promise fade. Though the years just slipped away, said a love like that don't die, it just waits beyond the pain. He never let that promise fade.
Every year on her birthday, he buys roses just the same. He says he knows exactly where to go, and whispers out her name. He stands a while in silent prayer, then turns and walks away, like he's meeting her for just a while on this one familiar day. He never missed her special day, not a single year gone by. Said a love like that don't fade, even when you say goodbye. He never missed her special day. Friends all said it's just a habit, something time would wash away. But he kept on showing up, like she'd meet him there someday, with a dozen roses in his hand and a smile he couldn't hide. Said some promises keep living, even long after goodbye. He never missed her special day, held on tighter every year. Time kept calling him to change, but he never left that place. He never missed her special day. They found him there beside the flowers, kneeling softly in the rain, with her name carved in the stone, and the truth they couldn't change. She had passed so long ago, that was where he'd always go. All these years he never told he was visiting her grave. He never missed her special day. He never missed her special day. There's a letter on the dresser with his name still on the front. He says he ain't quite ready to see what she might have wrote. Every night he sits and holds it like it's something still alive, like the words inside could change things if he just waits one more night. He never read that goodbye line, kept it sealed through all this time. Said as long as it stayed close, she was never really gone. He never read that goodbye line. Neighbors say it's just a paper, but to him it's something more. It's the last thing that she left him before walking out that door. Years went by, but nothing changed. Dust just gathered on the truth. He said some things are better left unopened like his youth. He never read that goodbye line, held on through the hands of time. If he never knew the words, he could still pretend she's mine. He never read that goodbye line. They found him there that Sunday morning, letter clutched against his chest. With trembling hands they finally opened what he feared and never guessed. She said, I never stopped loving you. I was wrong for leaving you. All these years I waited too. But he never got to know. He never read that goodbye line. He never read that goodbye line. There's a chair across the table that he never lets them move. Says it's saved for when she comes back, like she always used to do. Every night he sets 2 plates there, pours her coffee like before, keeps her place just like he found it. Since the day she walked out the door, he still saves her a seat, like she's just running late. Says a love like theirs don't end, it just waits a little while. He still saves her a seat. Friendly tried to talk him gently, said it's time to face the truth, but he smiled and kept on living like he always used to do. He still laughs at all her stories, told to no one in the room. Says she'll walk right through that doorway any minute if she could. He still saves her a seat through the years and through the grief. Time keeps calling him away, but he won't let go that dream. He still saves her a seat. They found him there one quiet evening, at the table set for two, with a photograph beside him, and a truth they finally knew. She had died so long ago, that chair was all he'd known. All this time he sat alone, with a love that wouldn't leave. He still saved her a seat. Every day at noon, he walks out to check the mail. Says he's waiting on a letter that got lost along the trail. Keeps a box in perfect shape, painted bright and shining red, like he's hoping she might write him all those things she never said. He still waits on one reply, though the years keep passing by. Says some words are worth the wait, even if they never come. He still waits on one reply. Neighbors say it's just a memory, fading slower than the rest, but he smiles and tips his hat like he knows what's coming next. Every letter that ain't hers, he just sets aside again. Says he'll know it when it finds him, even after all these years. He still waits on one reply, holds on Time can't seem to change a thing. When a heart won't let it go, he still waits on one reply. They found him there beside the mailbox, the letter clutched within his hand. With her writing on the envelope and a truth they'd understand. It was sent so long ago, but got lost out in the snow. All this time she wrote him back, he just never knew. He still waits on one reply. He still waits on one reply. There's a number by the phone there that he never took away. Said he kept it just in case she might call him someday. Every night at 9 o'clock he sits down and waits a while, like he's listening for her voice through the silence on the line. He still waits there by the phone, like he's not still all alone. Says a love like theirs don't end, it just finds its way back home. He still waits there by the phone. Friends all said he should forget her, find somebody new instead. But he swore he heard her breathing in the words she never said. Years went by without a ring, just that number on the wall. He said some calls take longer when they're meant to last at all. He still waits there by the phone, though the world has moved along. Every night he takes his place, like she might still call his name. He still waits there by the phone. They found him there one quiet evening, receiver resting in his hand, and the operator softly said, no such number in the land. She had changed it years ago, left no trace of where to go. All this time he waited on a call that wouldn't come. He still waits there by the phone. Every day at sunset hour, he walks down to platform 3. Says he's waiting on a train that'll bring her back to me. Keeps a ticket in his pocket from the day she went away, like it's proof she's coming home on that line some distant day. He still waits there by the train, through the sunshine and the rain. Says some journeys take their time, but they always come around. He still waits there by the train. Conductors all know his story. Seen him standing year by year with that same old faded suitcase and that look that holds a tear. They all say he should forget her, find another place to go. But he says you don't stop loving just because they missed a train. He still waits there by the train, holding on through all the pain. Time keeps calling him away, but he never leaves that place. He still waits there by the train. They found him there one evening, ticket clutched within his hand, and the station master whispered what they'd finally understand. She had died upon that train, never made it back again. All this time he waited there for a ride that never came. He still waits there by the train. He still waits there by the train, holding on through all the pain. Time keeps calling him away, but he never leaves that place. He still waits there by the train. There's a table by the corner where her coffee cup still sits. He says he likes to leave it there like she never really left. Every morning just past 7, he pulls out her empty chair. Says he swears he hears her whisper in the quiet hanging air. And he talks to her like she's still around, like her footsteps still make a sound. Time moves on, but he stands his ground, holding on the same old way. He talks to her every day. Neighbors say he's just a dreamer, lost somewhere he can't return. But he smiles and keeps on waiting like there's something left to learn. He still keeps the porch light burning through the cold and pouring rain. Says she might get lost without it on her way back home again. He talks to her like she's still around, like her voice is the only sound. Years go by, but he won't back down, holding on through joy and pain. He talks to her every day.
They found him there beside her picture, with a smile upon his face, and her name still on his lips, as he slowly slipped away. He stopped talking yesterday when they carried him away. Now the silence fills the space where his voice would always stay. He stopped talking yesterday. The coffee's steaming in a chipped ceramic cup. The morning sun is taking time to wake things up. I still set the table just like I used to do. One plate for me and a space left there for you. The dust is dancing in a beam of golden light on the photograph we took the day we got it right. And I'm still holding on to things I should let go, watching shadows move across the floor so slow. They say that time's a healer, that the pain will eventually cease, but I'm still searching for a moment's worth of peace. In the quiet of this house I hear your name, but the echo is the only thing that stays the same. I haven't changed the station on the radio. It's playing songs we danced to 40 years ago. I keep your favorite coat hanging by the door. Sometimes I think I hear your footsteps on the floor. It's a hollow kind of living, a memory in a frame, just a man who's lost his spark but keeps the flame. And I'm still holding on to things I should let go, watching shadows move across the floor so slow. They say that time's a healer, that the pain will eventually cease, but I'm still searching for a moment's worth of peace. In the quiet of this house I hear your name, but the echo is the only thing that stays the same. The neighbors stop by, they ask me how I've been. I tell them I'm just fine, and then I head back in. But the truth is in the silence, in the weight of every day. Since the afternoon the angels came
far away. Now I'm finally letting go of things I used to hold. The story's finished and the final line is told. They say that death's a healer, that the longing has to cease. And today I finally found my own sweet release. As I pull the covers up and close my eyes to sleep, I'm coming home to you, a promise I can keep.